Who is this guy that keeps on saying, Ollie, you're a nice guy? Wow. This is Liam Nilsson, also known as Melkor MK. Whenever he's not talking about Ollie, you're a nice guy, he's talking about that feeling when you're alone at the cinema. He's the best friend group met of 2025.
Who is this guy that spilled peanut butter oil all over Liam's kitchen? This is Levi, and one time he was at Liam's and was hungry, so he was going to make a peanut butter sandwich.
Yum.
But when he went to pick up the Reese's peanut butter, he dropped the 7-year-old expired peanut butter all over the floor. The peanut butter oil fell all over the floor, and Christopher Nilsson made him clean it up. Would you eat a peanut butter sandwich with 7-year-old peanut butter oil?
Who is this tall guy that stalks people and force feeds them gunpowder and 9mm bullets? This is Cooper Johnson, and one time he had his best friend Gavin Herring at his house. While Gavin was at his house, Cooper Johnson kept on making jokes about force feeding him 9mm bullets. Cooper loved bullets and gunpowder so much that he had his best friend Cannon Clocky write a story about it.
Did you read a story about gunpowder and 9mm bullets?
Who is this doctor that talks to little girls? Wow. This is Dr. House, and when it's his lunch hour, he goes to the local preschool and asks little girls if they have hair in their special place.
Disgusting.
Do you have hair in your special place?
Miss Jamie!
Sometimes he's seen with a cane, and other times he's seen with a shot. If Dr. House was your doctor, what would you do?
Who is this guy outside of Liam's house? I'm Levi, Darius, Liam, Gavin, and Jackson had a sleepover at Liam's house. Cooper Johnson had a bowling tournament the next day, so he couldn't go. Cooper Johnson decided to stand outside of Liam's house and stare through the window. Jackson was so scared he hid behind the couch with a hatchet. You saw a tall homeless bum outside your house, would you poop your pants?
Who is this guy that loves the low taper fade? This is Christopher Nilsson, and when he yelled at Levi to clean up the peanut butter, he went to the barber shop and asked for a low taper fade. And when we had the massive sleepover, Christopher Nilsson could not stop talking about the low taper fade. Now that the meme has faded, Christopher Nilsson doesn't talk about it anymore. Do you think Christopher Nilsson should revive the meme?
Who are these super niche Hoopify copies? This is NICH3IFY and Goonify. NICH3IFY and Goonify have been arguing for the past 3 days about who is better. Some people say NICH3IFY is better because NICH3IFY uploads more and their videos have better quality, but some people say Goonify is better because their lore is better and they don't upload as much. Who do you think is better, NICH3IFY or Goonify? And should we make love, not war?
Yes!
This teacher that has a meme wall.
Wow.
This is Mr. Stegman, also known as the chill history teacher. Instead of teaching a super boring history class, he teaches in such a fun way. And one of the ways he does it is he has a super niche meme wall in the back. Do you wish your teacher had a meme wall just like Mr. Stegman?
Who is this guy that threw an apple all across the lunchroom?
This man is Loudon, also called Onk.
One day last year at the peak 7th grade lunch table, Liam Nilsson made an apple with knives and forks in the side of it. Once the abomination was released, it kept getting tossed around the table.
Eventually, the abomination got to Unc Loudon, and instead of giving it to someone else, he threw it across the lunchroom. Oh no! The teachers made him clean it up. Would you also throw the apple across the lunchroom?
Who is this
this guy that loves Miss Doll? This is Sufjan, and one day Miss Doll kept using him as an example. Oh no! One day she kept talking about how his parents were from a different country. This other time she kept asking him if he knew any other languages. Oh my God! Is this the nichest teacher and student interaction of 2025?
Are these guys in control of the 8 o'clock radio? I actually do not know because the person writing the script is a bum. But anyways, one day Gavin Herring was going to the gym, and while they were on the way to the gym, they were listening to the radio. And some geek MFs decided to play the song that played while Steve was beating up zombies in the Minecraft movie. And right after, they started playing that one song from the 911 commercial. And Gavin started saying 118 brace for impact.
Everybody, take cover! 118 brace for impact!
Is this the Niche's radio of 2025?
Who are these two hooligans playing music in prime 7th grade math class? This is JMO and Darius. And one day in math, JMO brought a speaker and hid it in his backpack. Oh no! In the middle of math, Darius took out his phone and connected to the speaker. 25 minutes into math, Darius started playing music and Mr. McGar was not happy. Mr. McGar eventually found out it was JMO and Darius and they got in trouble. Do you think that noble sacrifice was worth it for our entertainment?
Who is this guy that beat up Darius at the park? This is Evil Eli. And one day Sophia decided to go to the park with Evil Eli, also known as her little brother. Yes. And after school, Loudon brought Darius to the spot Sophia and Evil Eli were meeting up at. And when Darius and Evil Eli crossed paths, they did the unimaginable. Oh no! Evil Eli and Darius started fighting, and Evil Eli was 7 at the time, and Darius was 13, and Evil Eli won. That's a skill issue. Was this the nichest fight of 2025?
Who is this guy that went bald? Oh no! This is Gavin Herring. He decided he wanted to get a buzz cut after the first one went so well. And about a week after that, Gavin Herring went to the barbershop to go and get a buzz. But he forgot to tell the barber what guard he wanted. So after he and his dad realized it was too late. Was going bald possibly the best mistake Gavin could have ever made?
Who is this teacher that loves pears? Yes! This is Mrs. Beal.
Are you sure?
And one day we were doing a Kahoot. Gavin and Happy were having the time of their life, while Miss Beal was giving them dirty looks. Other time, Mrs. Beal was saying that she was allegedly related to Carson Wentz. And another time, I was walking to McDonald's with Liam and Ryson. But when we were walking to McDonald's, Miss Beal pulled up and called my name. Oh no! Is Miss Beal the toughest teacher of 2025? Who's this guy that made 67,000 paper darts? This is Sawyer. And one time he made about 67,000 paper darts and told Miss Nichols he was blue collar. He was seen with 5 stacks of sticky notes in his bed.
Are you sure?
Another time, he managed to build a windmill in 0.41 seconds. Do you think Sawyer's neck is red?
Who is this guy that always talks about Mega Knight? This is Brady Martin, and one day he kept talking about Clash Royale. Brady even has a favorite card, Mega Knight!
Are you sure?
Brady loves Mega Knight so much he did his art project on him. Do you think Brady will be Mega Knight for Halloween?
Who is this guy that can make awesome popcorn? This is Jackson
Are you
Bergstedt.
sure?
And one day in science, we were making popcorn. Gavin and Jackson got chosen to put the butter and the salt on the popcorn. Luckily, Jackson Bergstedt has perfected the art of making popcorn. And he made the perfect batch of popcorn. Do you want Jackson Bergstedt to make delicious popcorn for you?
Who is this guy that loves Obama? This is Connor Freeze.
Are you sure?
And one day in history, he kept on talking about why he loves Obama. He keeps on saying he loves Obama because he did so many great things for the country. He even goes as far as to say he's the best US president in American history. Do you think Connor loves Obama just as much as I love food?
Who is this guy that was in the back of Brady's video? This is Silas, and one day Brady sent me the videos for his video, and Silas was in the back.
Are you sure?
Another time, Silas was caught dumping ice cold water on his head. Do you think Silas will be the next big villain on NICH3IFY?
Who is this guy that misbehaves in history? This is Hudson, and almost every single day he misbehaves in history and gets himself and his friends in trouble.
Are you sure?
Whenever he's not misbehaving, he's either rage baiting the class or Mr. Stegman. When do you think Hudson will get sent to the office?
Who is this guy that was dancing to a Kahoot? This is Happy. And one day we were doing a Kahoot and Happy and Gavin were dancing. While they were dancing, Happy kept saying the answer was radiation. Also dance like Happy during a Kahoot.
Who is this guy that was twerking on the bus? This is Godwin, and one day on the bus, Godwin was twerking.
Are you sure?
And right after that, he started yelling and screaming at someone because they didn't know who LeBron James was.
Oh no!
Do you want Godwin to twerk on your bus?
Who is this guy that was pranking his friend? This is Aiden, and one time he went to his friend's house and decided to prank him. His friend eventually had enough and decided to jump scare him. Oh my god! Would you have also pranked your friend if you went to their house?
Who is this maiden that runneth down the street in beast attire? Behold, this is Addison, and after her schooling was done, she did crave a moving picture for herself. Thus, she did array herself in a garb of great beast. Pray thou tell, do you think this is one of the finest films of our time? Who is this bear that doth gaze upon the private possessions on the computer? This fellow is Ted, and when you cite it elsewhere, he enters into computer and slips into the DMs. On other occasions, he was discovered to be looking upon matters not so family friendly. Will you be concealing your computer to hide your private belongings? What is this album that's releasing tomorrow? This is the Gummy Bear album, and it was supposed to release like 6 or 7 years ago, but never came out. This is the most anticipated album of all time. Yes, we are gonna buy this album. What is this hit song that was sung by J.D. Vance? This is the song We Are Charlie Kirk.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name.
And it is carrying TikTok right now. Instead of everybody arguing about their profile picture color like the GTA Alien War, I'm focused on the new hit song, We Are Charlie Kirk. Are we? Yes, we Charlie Kirk. Who is this girl that got Kirkified? This is Fallon. And one day, she was hanging out with her friends, and her friend took a picture of her, and she became Kirkified. Fallon was so sad she got Kirkified, she started listening to the Charlie Kirk song for 5 hours straight. If you got Kirkified, would you also listen to the Charlie Kirk song for 5 hours straight? Who are these two girls that think Halloween is cool? This is Darren and Rose. And one day on Halloween, they kept on saying Halloween was cool. Do you also think Halloween is cool? Who was this guy that is not a D1 mac and cheese maker? This is Grant Shuley, and one day he was hanging out with Connor and he was making mac and cheese, and he said the famous line, "I am not a D1 mac and cheese maker."
Not a D1 mac and cheese maker.
Do you think Grant is actually lying and actually is a D1 mac and cheese maker? What is this super niche edit taking over TikTok? This is the 425,362 jelly bean edit.
425,362 jelly beans.
This famous edit is taking over TikTok right now, and it includes Brick from the middle counting jelly beans in the car. Do you wish your car had 425,362 jelly beans in it?
Who is this gunslinger that wants to go to Tahiti?
We need to move, but we need to keep moving.
We need money! You dumb fool! Money! Or we are dead! We are all dead!
This is Dutch, and he is always cooking up a plan to go to Tahiti and start a mango farm. One time, Dutch got casted away to Guarma and thought it was Tahiti, but he got really sad when it wasn't Tahiti. Do you think Dutch's final plan will be able to get us to Tahiti?
Who is this guy that shows up in every video to defend his home?
Did you know that if you're playing as Michael and accidentally bump into police officers, Franklin will eventually show up to defend his home? But if you're playing as Franklin, Franklin will eventually show up to defend his home.
This is Franklin from GTA 5, and whenever you shoot rockets at his house, he will show up to defend his home. Will you be defending your home just like Franklin? Who is this guy that got banned from Liam's house? This is Gavin, and one day he was hanging out with Ryson and Liam and Roman, and they were at Liam's house, and Gavin was leaning on the pool table, and he broke the pool table into 5,000 little pieces. Christopher Nelson was so upset about Gavin being such a bad boy, he banned him for life. Everyone thought Gavin was permanently banned, until Gavin was so sad about the ban, he eventually started protesting with Liam and Roman to try to get him unbanned. For almost 2 months straight, Gavin kept on asking Liam and Roman to get him unbanned, and Liam and Roman were trying everything, including begging Christopher Nelson. Gavin eventually called Liam to ask his mom if he could get unbanned, but eventually his mom said yes. Gavin was so happy about this news, he immediately started gooning on the spot. While Gavin was walking home after that amazing news, his life was all sunshine and rainbows, and then Liam had to break the news to him. Christopher Nelson said he had to write an apology letter without using AI, and if he used AI, then Christopher would slime him. So Gavin spent 20 grueling minutes writing an apology letter good enough for Christopher Nelson. Eventually, Gavin got done and sent the letter to Christopher Nelson, and Christopher Nelson accepted the letter, so now Gavin is unbanned finally. What is the best video game of all time taking over Roblox? This is You vs. Homer, and it's the best video game of all time. The gameplay consists of everybody playing as Bart except for one person who plays as Homer, and all the Barts have to hide from Homer. Does this game give you a leaky bomb? Who was this guy dancing after the band concert? This is Gavin, and instead of packing up to go home, he was just dancing with Liam. So many people thought their dancing was great. Some people even took videos. Do you think Gavin and Liam's dancing is fantastic? Who are these guys that were gonna do an airsoft fight but never did? This is Mason and Happy, and they were gonna do an airsoft fight, and it was gonna be absolute cinema. So one day we all came to Legacy Park, which is where we were gonna have it, and we all came to watch Happy and Mason have an airsoft fight. Mason came, but Happy didn't, and Happy said his mom won't let him come over. So we all just went back home very disappointed. Do you think Happy chickened out?
Who is this guy that graped Ryson? This is Clevis. And one day, Gavin, Liam, and Jack were exploring in the woods, and we decided to go exploring in the sewers. Ryson took the lead, and he was silent for 5 minutes until a strange voice was heard, and he said his name was Clevis. Clevis kept on tweaking and said we were in the overworld, and started laughing hysterically. Clevis started chasing us out of the sewer, and once Liam and I got out, we started throwing ice and snow at Clevis. Ryson suddenly woke up and had no memory of the entire situation, so we started walking back to Liam's house. Once we got back to Liam's house, everything was fine, until it wasn't.
When we got to the house, we realized that Ryson forgot his phone. So we all had to walk back to the sewer and search for it. Ryson went to go back into the sewer to look for his phone, but luckily he did not run back into Clevis. Ryson luckily found his phone, so we were able to go back to Liam's house. Do you think we will ever run into Clevis again? Who is this guy that had the best live stream of all time? This is ISO Speed, and one day he was just casually streaming, and then out of nowhere Jeffy came out of nowhere, and then they started doing Omegle. After they were doing Omegle, they thought the stream was getting kind of boring, so they decided to go to Chuck E. Cheese with Joseph, Cody, and Junior. While Speed and his friends were going to Chuck E. Cheese, he got pulled over by none other than the Brooklyn T guy, and Brooklyn T guy pulled him over for a speeding ticket, but Speed thought it was because he was black. But anyways, once they got to Chuck E. Cheese, Jeffy said the line green apple, which is the line to end Speed's stream. So Speed had the most shocked face of all time, and his stream cut black.
They got applesauce here.
Yeah. Green apple! Wait.
Do you think that was the best ISO Speed stream of all time? Who was this guy that ate an Uncrustable during Ramadan? This is a booby, also known as Ayub. One day during lunch, specifically during Ramadan, Ayub was so hungry that he just couldn't hold himself, and he decided to take a big crunch on an Uncrustable. Everyone was in utter shock when it happened, and everyone was screaming. It was so intense, Miss Herrick had to come over and check what was going on. Would you have also eaten an Uncrustable if you were very hungry during Ramadan? Who is this Neef who doth proclaim with such keyless breath that the day of Mario is upon us? 'Tis Master Gavin, of whom I speak. The sun hath risen, and the 10th of March, thus when one glance upon the magical slate of his cellular device, it says Mar-10, and this sorcery has had Gavin say, "'Tis the day of Mario." Pray, he didst even vex the great E with his tireless antics regarding the matter. Furthermore, Master Caden was possessed of such great mirth regarding the occasion. In his boundless joy, he didst repeatedly thrust a peculiar portrait of Sir Luigi into the moving tapestry of the video. Yet, let us speak no more of that, for it wandereth far from our present purpose. Tell me, dear friend, do you believe that Mar-10 is the greatest day of the year? Who was this guy that broke the ping pong table in gym? This is AJ, and one day we were playing ping pong in gym, and AJ was setting down one of the ping pong tables, and Gabby was right next to him, and AJ broke the ping pong table. Miss Graff heard what happened and she came over, but I said the ping pong table looked this exact same as it did before because it deadass did, but Miss Graff found a piece of the ping pong table on the floor, so she almost slimed me. Would you be scared if Miss Graff would slime you too?
That's all, folks.